So two questions. What does it take to maintain the edge with the tech that is changing so fast? What does it take to change the regulatory system? How different is it from other procurement systems and so on? How different should it be? That's a question I wanted to ask, and I'll come to you, General Pandey, in a second, sir. But I wanted to ask both you and Smit. Smit is the president of the Drones Federation of India. And Smit, you've driven a lot of the pioneering work in terms of the policy side, worked closely with the government, with the Prime Minister, with various policy makers on creating this enabling environment for the drone ecosystem in this country. And we're seeing the results of some of that now. So what worked for us and what needs to change so we can scale up? And if I can come to you first, then General Singh, General Pandey, and then I'll open it up to you, sir, about your drones as well.
Thank you, Dr. Nalin. I think one thing that we need to appreciate is that when this conflict was ongoing, we didn't really have to send planes to some other countries and get stuff from there. And that was because there is a well-established plan and a thought process. And I use the word thought process because in 2021, when there were global conflicts as well as a lot of other events that were coming together, India as a nation very well understood the importance, both the strategic as well as the economic importance of this technology, and started laying out a red carpet for drone companies in India. And this happened because of 3-4 different things in terms of the policy and creation of an environment. And why I use the word environment, you'll know when I talk about the 4 things. First of all, there was a policy that was completely opened up. So we had drone rules 2021, although it's for the civilian space, but that is the primary.
That was 2021 before the big drones summit that was held in Delhi.
Exactly. So 2021, the policy opened up. Opening up of the policy motivates a lot of companies to start thinking about the sector, start building drones, even though the policy is for the civilian space, but the moment the civilian space is very well opened up and is popularized, it invites more and more people to start drone companies and who then eventually transition to the defense side as well. Once you have an easy policy, the second thing that you would require to push, of course, in India is money. So government came in and said, okay, let's bring in a PLI scheme and bring financial incentives. If you do 100 rupees of sales and 40 rupees is your purchase cost, 100 minus 40, very simple mathematics gives you 60 rupees. Government came in and gave 20% incentive on this. So it is direct money in the hands of the entrepreneur who is doing sales. And when you have good policy and financial incentive, it becomes a very open ground for many companies, including foreign companies. But here government wanted to bring in disproportionate support for Indian companies. That's when the third intervention came in, which is the import ban on completely built unit and semi-knockdown kit and completely knockdown kit. It essentially means that you can't really have a manufacturer building technology there, sending the drone as a whole or in parts without having a proper manufacturing base in the country. So you have this trio of the environment which gives a very disproportionate recognition and support for Indian players. And all of this was thought from a perspective of building intellectual property in India and manufacturing capability both, not just IP.
And that's something that, because policymakers generally are reluctant about changing things. But in this case, as I understand it, Prime Minister Modi understood this and Prime Minister Modi pushed this personally.
Yeah, personally, I mean, it is the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi who should be the only person who should take the primary credit for an intervention like this. And of course, it was industry, academia and all government coming together under this central vision. Not the vision about policy change, but about the entire vision of India becoming a global drone hub with a specific focus on creating intellectual property. What happens is in a lot of other ecosystems, we try to focus on manufacturing. And manufacturing can only take you to building production quality. But technology enhancement and cutting edge in tech only happens when you focus on IP. So that's the niche that came in.